Hello, I'm Leila. Welcome here and welcome back. I now have 22 reoccurring followers, so thank you very much for that. You're all very, very welcome here. Today I'm going to do a monochrome, but first I'd like to share with you last weekend on the 26th, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, no, 25th. It was Mother's Day here in Sweden, and I got this book from my son, so I just wanted to show you. I'm in no way affiliated, I think you call it. No one has paid me for showing this. This is just my personal opinion. Siv Malmqvist is the name of this woman. She's sort of one of Sweden's national treasures. She's written a book, produced a book, From My Kitchen Table, Från mitt köksbord. And Siv is actually a singer. I think she goes back all the way to the 50s. And she's been doing records and touring everywhere, and I think she's quite big in Germany, or has been anyway. She might be still, because she's big here in Sweden also. And she's also been acting, and she's played the part of Pippi Långstrump. And you should know that girl by the name Pippi Långstocking by Astrid Lindgren. Actually, when she was asked to do this role on stage, she said, "No, I can't, I'm too old." She was 42 at that time, I think. And then she called up Astrid to ask her, and Astrid said, "I want you. You are my Pippi Långstrump, so I want you to play the role of Pippi." So she did. And there were 256 performances or something like that, all a very huge success. The audience loved it. I didn't get to see it because it was in Stockholm. That's quite a while, quite a bit from here, from where I were. This book I can try show you. We, the audience, never knew she did watercolors. Here I can quickly show you. And these are gorgeous. I think they're so lovely. So she's hid this. She'd been painting since, I think it was 1994. She sat in a hotel room one evening, being a bit bored, and then she went out and looked into the windows of the shops, and she saw a sign, "Start painting watercolors." And she thought to herself, why not? I'll do that. So she got into the shop and bought a few items, and went back and just started. So if you want to buy this book, you could. You can go to her website, which is this. I think you might see this. It's sivmalmqvist.se. And SE is for Sweden, of course. There you can also see more of her artwork. And if you are very, very, very quick in ordering, you can get a special signed copy, and you even get a little discount from the website. So you don't need any code or anything. I think it was 15% off. And as I said, I'm not being paid for showing this. This is just my very personal recommendation. I like this. I think they are gorgeous, these pictures, these drawings, paintings. Thank you to my son for giving me this. I really enjoy it. So back to today's schedule. When I'm sitting in the sofa at night or whenever, looking at a film or something, I sometimes get an idea. And this is one of those. I have some paper and pen nearby so I can quickly do a sketch. This is a monochrome watercolor, big size, it says here. And I've drawn this in graphite pen on my watercolor paper. This is Saunders Waterford 300 GSM, which is the equivalent of 140 pound, and 100% cotton, if I didn't say that. And it's rough on the surface. I thought I'd try this. I don't usually paint on rough paper, but I'll give it a go. And I'm just going to erase the lines so they'll be a little more not so obvious, and I'll use my kneadable eraser. That's what it's called. Okay, and I'll do I do blue colors in this, in different shades and everything. You'll see in a while. Let me just see if I can rearrange some, because you can't see. Oh, you can see my beautiful flowers. I picked them in from my garden the other day. Yesterday was a very, very sunny day, and today it's all cloudy, but well, you can paint. And there you have your sunshine. I'll move this away a bit, but still in my vicinity so I can watch them. Can you watch them? No. But I'll change the camera so you can see properly what I'm doing. So I'm back, and now I'll do my eraser here. I'm just rolling it over the top of the drawings, and don't know if you can see this now, but the graphite is oh, it might be going off too much. It's a nice thing if I can still see the lines a bit anyway. Okay, I think I'll do that. That's enough. And my colors here, I use the Winsor & Newton, and I thought I'll try with ultramarine, French ultramarine, the cerulean blue and the cobalt turquoise. Here they are. So let's dig in. And a tip from me, as I've said before, when I pick up my colors and put them in here, I use a inexpensive brush, so not to waste my good brush. Okay, I think you know that, but a little reminder if you're new, you can make do of little tips and things. Okay, let's see. I have my little water cup here, and if you can see this, it's not very deep water in here because I don't like to drench my brush. So when I put this in, it won't go up over the ferrule, I think it's called. So because I don't want the water to get inside of here, because that will eventually ruin the brush. So I just use enough water. Okay, now can you see it? Yep. I hope I'm not in the way now with my head. Okay, and I think I dilute this a bit more. I want a very shaded color, and I have some ordinary paper towels here just to dab, and I'll go in like this. Just I honestly can't see my lines that very much, but I can guess. And it's not rocket science, it's not surgery. You don't have to be all that accurate, but let's see here. There was one line here that was quite too much. I'll go in very carefully with my eraser, ordinary eraser. The good thing about this, maybe I should do the stem first so I can see where I go. I think I'll do that. I've got a rigger brush, I think this is called. These brushes are longer than usual. And this one is a Royal Talens Amsterdam All Acrylics number 4. It's just also an inexpensive, because I wanted to try it out if it was doing its job, what it was supposed to be doing. I saw this from another, I don't know who, using this kind of thing, so I said to myself, let's try, and I like it very much. So I load it up with quite a lot of paint, and as you can see, I think I've got, here is a buttery texture in this part, but I've got more sort of like tea in the, well, I mix it. If you can see this, I don't know if you can, possibly not. I've tried loading it up. Let's see, where are my lines? I think I've got one here. Let's try. Like that, and I think I've got one here and something around here. And as you can see, the paint is still on the brush, and I've got one more here. So it goes a long way, and it's still not finished, so I can I put it there anyway. Okay, and I go in with my bigger brush. This is a, if I didn't say, I think I forgot, a Da Vinci Casaneo number 2, and this is also some synthetic, I think. I don't know if I've got any of the real hair. Where am I now? Did I put my head in? Put your head in. That's not good. Okay, I'll try to avoid it. Like that, and I have another leaf that goes beneath this, under this, and I want that one to not have the exact same value as the first one, as this one. I want it lighter in color, so that it will show more. You can do these leaves. There are millions of ways how to create leaves. Today I'm doing like this. And let's see, I've got another one up there. I think I erased my lines a little too much because I have some difficulties. Oh, am I in the way? I'm so sorry if I am. Trying to avoid that. I'm, what was I saying? I don't know, I forgot. I'm a little bit like that, I forget what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. This isn't the hardest thing to do in watercolor. I thought that maybe later on I'd be doing sort of these kind of leaves on a canvas to show you how I sometimes do watercolor on a canvas. If you've seen any of my earlier, I had one where I showed some of my paintings, and there were some of those. I don't know if I actually said it, but well, anyway, if you watch a future one, you get to see it. How I prepare my canvas for the watercolor to go on it. And so this is kind of a what you call that, practice before doing the other one. Let's see here now. I've got this very much lighter color than this one, so now I can go in and do the one leaf that is underneath here, and I think that will be good. You can also just leave a little my head again. You could just leave a little white area so they don't go all the way together, and that is also a way of expressing a leaf underneath. Okay, I see I'm holding my brush a bit. You should loosen up. Not always the easiest thing to do. Okay. And good thing about this is that it dries quickly. So when I go in with a darker shade, it'll be dry already. Here's one as well. And I don't know exactly now if I'm taking advantage of the rough paper. I don't think I am. I think you should have another technique when painting on rough paper. You can do dry brush on dry paper, then you get the effect of, say, you're painting a door or something. Oh, that wasn't too good. Shall I save this in some way? I'll do one here so that I'll maybe guy is that? Thick stem I got there. Yeah. You can mostly repair your mistakes, or that's actually what they say you can't. They say watercolor is the most unforgiving technique, medium. But sometimes you can try to alter what you did, and sometimes you manage, sometimes you don't. But you can always, I think you shouldn't give up. That's the main thing. You shouldn't give up, whatever you're doing. If the painting doesn't go your way, let's say, leave it for a bit and come back to it sometimes later and try again. Go in with more color, more a new idea or something. Just add on it. Okay. It's getting there, I think. You can see, yeah. Let's do a darker color. I'll now try the cerulean blue. Show you. Here is that. And loading my brush up with the paint. And dab it on my, I've got a paper just to try, well, if I've got excess water or excess, is that the word? If there's too much water, too much paint, I can just dab it. Where's my head now? I have to remember that, not get in the way. So you can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm destroying it. I'm painting every bit of it. So I just lifted some of the paint with my paper towel. Now I go in and get some more just water. I'll try to just change the ratio water color. I've got three almost the same here. Let's see if I can do this a bit. Like that. I don't like when there are hard edges. I will. Maybe I should do a smaller brush. Should I? I don't know. I'll go with this a little more. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think I shall have a smaller brush. I'll take one. This is one, also an inexpensive. It's from something called Art Creation. And this was a number 8. All these numbers on the different brushes and different brands. They don't, there's no such thing as a standard size. They all have their own numbers for measuring or for naming the brushes. Well, you'll just try and see what suits you for the moment. Okay, like that. And I don't want all of them to be darker, of course. I can just do a little on the shape here. Oh no, I got too much. This color and water sits on the paper a bit more than the paper I usually use, which is cold pressed fine grain, I think it's called. There's a lot of this, I think. You should have learned by now. Well, I did. When I go out shopping for things, I know what I'm looking for, and then if I don't use these, I tend to forget the names. And now I'll try. If I go in with this ultramarine, it will be very harsh on the paper, I think. I think I'll try toning it down a bit. Let's see, because this is, or, well, I can try. Be brave. Try. See where it takes you. I'll do one that is already very dark. Let's see this one. I can do some like this. I suddenly got a very fine, delicate tip here. That's nice. And I can do that. Yep. I like, and preferably I shouldn't do them all the same way, but oh, this was lovely. I like it. See, good thing I was brave. Otherwise I wouldn't have known this. And a good thing I changed the brush, because this was a lot easier to use for this. Can you see the lines I'm drawing? If I do that. Okay, should I do some here? Now I don't want to put my hand straight into the where I've painted, so I'll do a precaution thing here, like this. Oh, I like it when the color just moves away like swimming, if you know what I mean. Okay, and let's see. I'll do this, go this way, and I'll do some on this as well. Okay, this is a first attempt. I could do more on it, but I think I'll leave it and ponder upon it, and maybe come back to it. And of course I'm going to do this thing also on my gessoed canvas and try it out. But for now, I think I'll leave it at that. So with this, here's my picture so far. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.